Around the Ozarks is now on your FM radio. Listen to Around the Ozarks mornings with Grace Gooley as I spotlight local people, stories, and podcasts, all while playing the country legends of the 90s and the hit makers of the 2000s. It's on the Ozarks' Best Country, 105.1 The Bull. It's time for Around the Ozarks Rewind, brought to you by Kaleidoscope at the corner of Fremont and Sunshine. Here are your hosts, Woody and Janet.
Hey, well, all right now, what are we going to get for? Hey, good morning, everybody.
Afternoon, evening.
After like 110 years of saying good morning, I'm still doing it every time I open my mouth. It's time. This is our 100th podcast.
I don't know who decorated the studio, but it looks awesome.
Oh, I didn't even see that.
Do you want that in your...
I should take credit for it, but I didn't do it.
You should. Do you want that bell in your pants or mine or Woody?
Anyway, it's Woody and Janet.
John?
With Jay.
We have guests here. We can't go straight to putting stuff in pants.
That's Jay Stevens, Jr. There used to be a Jay Stevens on KICK. I don't know if you guys remember that.
I remember that.
He was good.
Remember Mark Marymount?
Sure I do.
Oh, newspaper.
And his lovely wife.
Oh,
What was her name? She wrote for the paper.
Yeah. Kate.
Kate, yes. Anyway, so hello, everybody. Who should I let speak? How about, you know what? You are so impressed. What?
Obviously not you.
He's smooth.
Huh?
we should introduce
Introduce everybody,
Step up
Janet.
here and introduce your, are you the manager?
That's what they tell me.
Is.
Or the
Wow,
cat herder.
manager
There's a lot of things
bookie.
I'm called, especially by the band.
And I knew you when you were just a weekend DJ. And now, ow.
We have
This
some...
guy was a DJ too?
His dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and
Yeah,
him.
my dad did a radio show for 48 years on KTXR.
Still doing it, isn't
No,
he?
he retired.
When?
He stepped away about 3 years ago.
No, I know he must have been doing some special shows or something.
No, he quit cold turkey. Once he was done, he was done.
Well,
So-
Dwight, how'd you get hooked up with these ne'er-do-wells?
Well, first of all, do you want me to say who's in the room?
Yes, we
Yeah.
need to introduce special guest for our 100th
and I forgot to
podcast.
thank our sponsor.
Very special
Tom is
guest.
here.
Tom again is here.
Tom
Well, obviously,
Tom
the
is
most
from
important guest is the
Kaleidoscope.
legendary
I'm paying
Tom
for this?
Pearson
Yes.
from Kaleidoscope that just figured out he's paying for this podcast.
Wow.
Yes.
If I'd have known that.
And obviously,
I wondered
we
if you
appreciate-
knew.
We appreciate that,
Is he
Tom.
aware?
All that money.
I thought this was with the centerfold girls.
That's what the 100 means.
This is with you being our sponsor. We're going to be able to take trips to Europe, and we're going to do all kinds of
Absolutely.
things. Anyway, I'm sorry, Dwight.
I know. Obviously, we have Woody and Janet and Jay, the normal cast of
He's living the
trio.
life. He's living the life.
Yeah, Jay of Machine Gun Symphony. We're hearing about all the dollar bills that he
I've got bags
absorbs.
if you want some.
I'd say these
Bags of dollar bills. He does.
Yes.
Did they rip 'em up?
have lived a life for sure. Still living a
So
huge
we have
life.
John Dillon, original founding member of the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
Now, original. One of the original.
He was one of the original
Told me
six.
that he wasn't.
No, I told you Steve Kennedy was not. And you said yes, he was.
Don't argue with me, Janet.
I told you. Steve Kennedy
Okay.
came in later after the Troubadour.
And- Okay, go
bar?
ahead real quick.
And Nick Sibley
Next, Sibley.
and Rule Chapel.
Something about these two right away. My whole musical career kind of centered around these guys. Thank you so much. I probably owe you a lot of money. You've been on just about every recording I ever made.
Yeah, I didn't
And-
get the first one though.
And huh?
I wasn't on the Rocky demo.
Oh.
I started right after that.
Oh,
Sorry.
that's what
what happened.
Downhill after. And Rule, you've done that song you did of my Pillar of Fire. Mm-hmm. People love that. I don't know if you remember it.
Oh yeah.
And then there's the empty bedroom. And but you told Janet, you said, I don't think Woody likes me. Let me tell you something, Rule. I don't have to understand you to love you.
Thanks, Woody.
There's a song there.
And I've always
Genius.
loved you.
You know what you used to do? when you were at
let's
where was
do
it? We used to
here.
run, and we'd record. Nick and I and Ned would record, and then we'd run a tape to you.
Oh, yeah. In the morning.
Yeah, in the mornings, and you just throw it on.
Yeah.
We don't even listen to it first.
Not even. And we used to do that all the time.
Yeah. Well, 5 or 6 times anyway.
Yeah.
Oh, at least. Yeah.
Yeah. And what'd you do? Record all night and then bring it over?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, it's a good times. Makes me miss Pat Chicano. You guys miss
Yeah.
that?
Oh, yeah. Every day.
Yeah. And Rule. Nick, this is one of the greatest songwriters America has ever
Yeah.
produced.
And not to mention Party Thrower.
Oh, yeah.
I heard.
Won't make that mistake again.
That was sure a good party, wasn't
We
it?
know. Woodrow.
Janet wasn't invited.
Yes, I
Well,
was
John,
not.
tell us about yourself. Are you a Springfield boy?
No, actually, I came up here from Arkansas to go to Drury in 1965. Does that make me a certain age, a man of a certain age?
Yeah, your
Yes.
60th reunion's coming up this summer.
50th. We've already been there and done that.
Living well, obviously.
Yeah, but
He's
I will
living
agree
well.
that Nick's one of the greatest songwriters I've ever met.
I can't believe it. And week after week.
Yeah, incredible songs, and
He's like the Taylor Sheridan of Springfield.
they're unusual. They're
not just don't, honey, I love you, don't walk out that door, please come back to me. They're just unbelievably heart-touching and
thank you.
deeply emotional for me.
Thank you.
Except now, I did warn you were getting a little too fancy with those background harmonies on that last song.
Yeah, I know. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Okay.
I couldn't resist.
Is that you doing that?
Oh, yeah.
All by yourself, or are you?
Yeah, no, it's me.
Are you?
No AI, no
Melodyne?
auto-tune, no nothing, no. I got a lot of time on my
No
hands.
pro line, a line. Oh.
I didn't even know what he's talking about.
Where
Who's he
you
talking
can sing one note and then it'll spread it out, make a chord for you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's the harmony engine. Of course, they never get them quite right.
I never mess with those. I don't know.
Anyway, so Jan has been reading the Ozark Mountain Daredevils book.
Yes, I do have a question.
And
I thought was
she's real
really
excited about
interesting.
that. And what was it you wanted to ask?
Chapter
I wanted
12.
to ask this question. Okay, is this true that you guys recorded in a castle in England and there was a black dog that was running around? And then a few weeks later, Led Zeppelin came to record at that castle.
Well, that's
and
close.
coincidentally, is it?
Close, but yeah, it's weird how things get rumored around after they're told a couple of times.
Exactly. Okay, so
we
what?
stayed in the house that Led Zeppelin recorded their album in. I think it was number 4. I can't remember the name of the album. There was a black dog that ran around, and we were in that house. We'd just gone to London to make our first record, and they put us up in this incredible place called Headley Grange, and we stayed there during the day, and then at 5 o'clock we went into the studio and worked with Glenn Johns on our very first record.
Ow! Ow!
What do you-
I'm sorry, I have a.
Obviously, Glenn John's fan, right?
Who do you, Woody?
But you mentioned Glenn Johns. That first album was magic. It was just magic.
Well, it was, and it wasn't a castle that we stayed in, but it was a big house, and it was haunted. And so we found all kinds of things that happened in there. We could lift tables with our fingers and stuff. I mean, it was just, I'm serious. It was crazy.
Were there
and then we went
mushrooms in
into to
there?
work every night. We worked all night for weeks. And so that's what that was about. And working with Glenn Johns was a magical experience.
Now, what happened to the Glenn? I heard the next. Oh, they dropped Glenn Johns. I thought, what? I mean, he'd done the Rolling Stones, and who all else did he do?
Eagles.
Well, the
Who are
Who, Rolling
these-
Stones,
Who are
The Beatles.
backside of Abbey
boys?
Road.
Yeah.
Who are these Springfield boys to drop Glenn Johns?
Straighten them out, John.
No, we didn't drop Glenn Johns. Glenn Johns dropped our manager, who wasn't Dwight.
Dwight?
No, Dwight. Dwight wasn't even born yet. Glenn and our manager had a falling out over if you want to get to heaven. And so there was some controversy as to whether or not it should even be on the record. And, of course, it was our first radio hit. And after that, we did It'll Shine, and then Jackie Blue was on that, and that was the number one song. And after that record, our manager and Glenn had all kinds of issues. And so Glenn just said he would never work. So we had a choice whether to go with...
Can you give me an example of an issue?
Primarily creative control. And you see, we were just babes, and
I would have voted for Glenn on that.
well, looking back, you could say that. We have said that a number of times. At the same time, we were just guys from Springfield, and we were loyal to the people we came to the dance with. And in a way, I don't have any regrets about it at all now. But back then, it was extremely controversial because of everything you're saying. At the same time, we're still here. Glenn, and we're still friends with Glenn. We just saw him not too long ago. We were friends with A&M all the way up to the very end. It all worked out for us, and now we have a terrific manager in Dwight Glenn. So I'm happy to be here with you. So I don't have any regrets.
Well said.
Okay, so
That was the
do
voice
all-
of John Dillon,
Do
who
all of
sings.
you play every instrument?
Yeah.
Every instrument. John, too, Nick, Rule, every
Well,
instrument. That's
you don't
Well-
have to let them relegate you.
No,
to a
I'll
tambourine.
tell you what. When I
You
came,
go around and play some keys.
I don't. I'll tell you what happened. The second time for me, when John called me up and asked me to come back to the band, he said, "Now we have a killer piano player, and they do. I mean,
Kelly Brown.
Kelly Brown.
Kelly Brown is,
Downtown
he's
Kelly
the
Brown.
best keyboard player I know." And so anyway, he said, "So you won't be playing keys?" And I said, "Well, that's okay. I'll play bongos." And that's all I bring. I play bongos and sing, and I
Well,
couldn't
now,
be.
there's things you can do if you guys ever experiment. I mean, there's bands that have 5 keyboards on stage and making strings and horns. And
There
everything
was
else.
one night I saw you guys recently. I think it was at the O'Reilly Center, maybe?
Yeah.
And someone was ill, and you had to
Soup.
fill in. Soup was
fell
ill.
right? Literally in the green room.
And then
Yep.
Nick had to take over and
Right.
play stuff that you weren't even...
Well, he played the harp. He played the bass,
Yeah, it was
which
amazing.
he'd never played before on stage, and that's how good he is.
Yeah,
so
it was amazing.
everybody's expendable at one time or another in the last 5 or
I
6
hate hearing
years.
that.
Somebody has not shown up for various reasons, and this band just carries on. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, you guys sounded... It was
Well, if you got Captain Sibley hanging around, you
Doesn't hurt.
no doubt. What do you
that's
think
right.
your
Yeah, I
your
read
best body of work is after all these years, to you, in your opinion?
Did you say body, Janet?
Body. Oh, did you
let's see it. Let's see it. Come on.
Looks like Hawaii to me.
And it's so smooth.
Well, Janet's freaking out.
What's funny is Janet's referring to Tom right now. Is what? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's supple. It's just
Yeah.
like oddly.
I gave John a line for a song that would be a natural hit some time ago. The line was, "The closest, sharing the same toothbrush is as close to kissing as we get."
Oh yeah, that's about.
Now, if there's not the
Never mind.
I can't do
there's a
it.
reason why I run a dildo store.
That's the next commercial for Kaleidoscope. I'm gonna edit that out.
There's a reason I read it.
One line in a long song.
That did
I
not
can't.
sound good.
I can't share toothbrushes. I just can't do it. I can share a lot, but boy,
Speaking of songwriting,
I can't.
Body of work.
Meanwhile, back to
Yes,
the songwriting.
body of work.
the first song on Abby Waterworth's album that she did local artists was by you, written by you, and I want to know what that song is because I loved it. I listened to it over and over.
Yeah, Dream of Your Daughters.
Yeah, the song was called Dreamo. Somewhere deep inside, I wrote it with my 2 girls on the way back.
And you're driving along, and some folks drive a Bentley, and some
Yeah.
How's that go?
Some folks drive a pickup truck. Some folks drive a Bentley. Sooner or later, we'll all wind up over in the breakdown lane.
Ain't that the truth?
And even when it rains.
That's songwriting right
Somebody ought to record that song.
there. Yeah, somebody should. What have you been up to, Nick? How many songs you write this week?
A couple, but I don't record them all.
Takes me a month to write a song.
And he's putting them out.
He sends out one a week at least, right?
Yeah, but your songs are on the radio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just
So
a
are
few.
Nick's.
Just a few.
It only
Your
takes
next
one.
jingles.
It only takes one.
I'm working on another album. Straight to the top. Oh, I better send it to you, Glenn.
Oh, I
You're gonna want to
have
hook up with me for sure.
I have another question. How did you get the picture of Paul McCartney with the Ozark Mountain Daredevil logo on it, and how can I get a copy of that? That
You
is
can get a
cool.
copy. There are copies floating around. He was
That's cool.
He was backstage, and one of our roadies, I think, came backstage to say hello or something. He saw his shirt, and the roadie liked the wing shirt, and they just traded shirts
Oh,
right there
wow.
before he went on stage. And then
There's
the next thing you know,
pictures of
someone
it,
took
yeah.
a photo. And there's a photo of that shirt on him with Linda as well.
Yeah.
And there's another shirt
Yes, and
that photo with the baby, maybe, right?
With his daughter.
With his
it was
daughter.
actually on the album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's kind of a famous photo. I mean,
It is.
We'll get you a picture.
Okay.
I'll call Sir Paul.
I
mean,
got on it.
he owes me
I got on-
$4.
In fact, we have another guest. Ball, come in.
We've got a surprise for you.
No, I got on Amazon. I couldn't believe how expensive they are. I mean,
Let me tell you
there's
something.
some people that have them for sale.
There will never be a picture more imprinted on my mind than those two guys with the mules and the ears. Mm-hmm. What's the story on? I think
On the
I
album
read.
cover?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
those old guys. You can tell
they
they're
were
brothers.
real.
Huh?
They were real.
No.
guys, right?
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
They
did
were
you get
real.
murdered?
Do you want the inside scoop, Woodrow?
Yes.
It has to do with her too. The lady on this book.
Well, that's from actually
As well?
it's two different stories.
Two different
What-
Oh, let's
deal.
What
hear it.
Woody's referring to is Roscoe and Clarence Jones that lived in Boaz, and they were neighbors of Soup, who at the time was living at the Nixa Trout Farm. That's where the band rehearsed. They would, work up songs. They would go down there. They were in the middle of nowhere, so you could make all the noise you wanted to. So Soup, who befriends everybody, befriended Roscoe and Clarence. And then when it came time to shoot photos for what would become the Men from Earth album, Jim Mayfield, who has shot all the iconic photos for the band for 50-plus years,
He's done me and Jan.
went down to the trout farm, and they went over to Clarence and Roscoe's, and they wanted to take an opportunity to shoot the mules. They had no intention of shooting Clarence and Roscoe. They just wanted two Missouri mules for a possible album cover. Well, Clarence or Roscoe, I can't remember which one, they didn't speak much. They were very primitive people. They were the men from Earth. One of them came up and said, "Would you take our photo?" So Soup told Jim
Wait, one of them asked.
to be in the photo. So both father and son went over on the sides of the mules, and Soup told Jim, "Do not stop taking photographs. Take as many photographs as you could."
Yeah.
And Soup's line, I'm not going to steal it from him, was the only expression that changed were the ones on the mules.
That was father and son.
Yeah.
Father and son, they lived on a 40 acre. The 40 acres still exists.
Yeah, me too.
No, father and son. The mother passed away when Roscoe was very, very young, and they had no power. They had no water. They lived very primitive. It was a landlocked 40 acre piece of property, and they had mules, and they just survived on the land.
So is it true, the rumor that they were murdered eventually?
Clarence, the father, they had some relatives that thought they had made $1 million off that album cover and went over to rob them. It was in the middle of the winter. They had no heat to begin with. And basically, they went over there, found nothing, and left them for dead. Clarence did not survive. Roscoe did, and then went to Ozark and lived in a senior citizens facility for, John, probably 10 years?
Yeah, he was there for 10 years, and they took his old wagon over there and parked it behind the home, and he would go sit in that seat and fantasize about.
Let's go back to albums. How many albums do the Ozark Mountain Daredevils have out? Not. Let's go with the original run.
Major labels would be
7.
well
8 if you count the Greatest Hits
8
album on
Greatest
A&M.
Hits.
7 on A&M and
it's-
1 on Columbia.
Yeah,
Were they all recorded in England? No. Some in Nashville.
Well, it was London. Olympic Studios was the first album. Then It'll Shine When It Shines was recorded at the Rudy Valley Ranch in Aldridge, Missouri.
it was mixed at Sunset Sound out in L.A.
And then Car Over the Lake was in Nashville.
No.
Oh, no, that
Car
was...
Over the Lake was in Colorado
That's right.
at Jimmy Garcio's Caribou Ranch.
Where did Rule first appear on the cover?
That would be Don't Look Down.
Oh, that's on the tightrope.
Yeah.
He was on our live record, too,
And
right?
Rule had such long, beautiful hair, didn't he?
We referred to
I like
him.
it
I
with
gotta
his
see
cap
this.
on.
Oh,
It
yeah.
looks
You never
nice.
seen it?
I've never seen it. I got to see this.
So,
Yeah,
It's no longer
it's quite something.
so what?
It goes fast, doesn't it?
Whoa.
Hair?
I was almost bald by the time I was 25.
That's okay, though. I think it's okay for a guy. It's in now.
So he came on board with us when he was 12.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, I have another question. What did it feel like to play the Ryman Auditorium in Nashville?
Ugh.
That had to
Good
be.
question.
That was pretty cool.
Take it, Rule.
How'd that feel?
Well, it was amazing. I'll never forget it. I mean, the very
Good Rule.
you know, we walked out on the stage and it was just so cool.
You realize you.
Oh,
we made
man.
It. We've made it.
Well,
I mean,
and we got,
have
you know-
to know that at that point.
We-
You did
Like-
Grand Ole Opry too.
Yeah, we did two.
Did you have the same kind of feeling, or
The Grand Ole Opry was great, but the Ryman was
Yes.
a cut above.
historic? Yeah.
So when I was a kid,
Go ahead.
We played the Grand Ole Opry, and if you take the Grand Ole Opry tour, you know, the tourists they go through, and then I got this out in the middle of the stage. I got this round, 10-foot,
Play in the circle.
and you can take your picture there and sit there, and because that came from the Ryman, see.
Okay.
So then we go play the Ryman, and I run stage, and I'm looking around for this hole in the floor. And I said, they're supposed to cut this hole out here. Where is it? So I asked somebody that worked there. They said, oh, we cut that out back behind the curtains over in the corner. That's where the piece came from.
Wow.
So that isn't really the circle where
Wow.
everybody's saying.
Now,
I'm
many
kind of
people
glad
get
you
to
asked that, though. I
see
was
it,
curious
let
about that
alone
myself.
Play there, you know. Are there
you-
pictures lining the halls too of the Grand Ole Opry?
Oh,
of
yeah.
everybody
Are y'all
and
still
everything?
writing songs?
That's awesome.
Everybody's still writing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I think John,
You?
No, I don't. I think it's important for people to realize, you know, we're calling this the final tour, but the band's not retiring. You know, we're still recording new songs. Yeah, no, we're not. I mean, we're just going to be more selective about where we play because, you know, it's not easy. The travel is what is difficult.
It's like Kiss. Like Kiss's final tour went on for about 25 for 30 years.
The Stones.
Yes.
Decade.
Motley Crue, same thing, yeah.
Do you guys ever get, how should I say, not hungover, but were you ever not in your right mind when you went out there live?
Well, I tell you what.
I mean, it's a good question.
I can answer that. I played once. I'm trying to remember where it was. It might have been Oklahoma City, but I had 104-degree temperature.
Oh.
And I was the show must go on and all that stuff. But I remember being fascinated by how I could hear. I was hearing notes and tones I'd never heard in my life.
your
I was
ears
probably
were stopped up?
I was probably delirious, but I mean, I'm going, oh my gosh, I've never heard that quiet tone before, you know. And I was, anyway, we met. Nobody knew except me. And after it was over, they got me to a hospital. And I had
Were you
something.
digging the tone? No.
Yeah, I was going. Yeah, this is great, man. Look at those lights.
Whoa. Have you, Jay? Have you ever been
Oh, yeah.
messed up on stage?
Yeah.
Wow.
I've slept a few times.
Really?
You don't have a choice. You've got to go. I've walked off stage once because of another issue.
Oh no, band swap.
Here we go. Now we're there.
And then came back on and finished the set. That's all I can say.
Oh,
People
argument
do
with
wonder.
Jam?
I guess verboten. Eh?
Well, I mean, tell them a lot of people around this area will remember Half a Hill.
Yeah.
Well, John has a great story about intermission at Half a Hill.
Where's half?
It's a
where was Half
podcast.
Hill?
You can talk on this.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't the issue, but yeah, we played Half a Hill. And this band, actually, when we were just beginning, I'm not even sure we had a name, but we played Half a Hill. And I went out in the back for a few interesting things. And I drank a couple, 3 shots of tequila.
That's a good way to
And
put
then
it.
when I got into the stage, I told Steve Cash that I couldn't make my body go forward up the stairs to the and by the way, this thing was recorded. It's on tape somewhere. I said, I can't make my legs won't go forward up these stairs. He said, just turn around and walk backwards. And I did, and the next thing I know, I was on stage, and we played the set. I thought, God, Steve is a genius. Actually, he'd been there many times before.
A lot of history had happened there. Cy Simon used to tell stories about Half a Hill.
Oh, man.
Didn't you guys all live together in an old house at one time?
Well, I don't know if live together
Debbie
is the right word.
Debbie Barrett's house, the one she had out by the river. And the
I
train
don't
tracks.
know.
It was out
It
by
was a girl's house.
something station.
Galloway?
No.
Turner Station. I still love it out there.
I was out by Turner's, and Steve was out by Turner's, too. We had places out there.
I got to ask Nick. Nick, how do you write songs?
Do you start with the words or the melody?
music? Yeah. I just
Sometimes.
it's like on this last Daredevil trip, I was wanting to eat healthier because I eat this crap and the getting goes. So I thought I'm going to eat healthier. No, just on the way to anywhere.
Anywhere.
You stop the getting goes. And so I got a bag of pistachios, a big one.
Within the shells or without?
No, you got to work it. You got to open them.
Salted or unsalted?
Salted.
Well, it's hard to get them out of the shell.
So by the end of the deal, I had a song called "Love My Little Pistachio."
Just from that.
Yeah, just look for a little word thing. It's a colorful word, and pistachio looks like
So it's a thought that strikes you first.
Yeah,
you probably think in musical lyrics.
I'm thinking that song about the motorcycle parts. How in the world did you think of that one?
Oh, O'Reilly?
Killing the guy?
He did not write that one.
He didn't?
No, he did O'Reilly.
I wrote that one.
You did?
No.
Did you, John?
Oh, the O'Reilly thing, yeah.
No, I'm not talking about that one. This one was a pretty girl lured this guy out to, and I guess they ended up burying people with motorcycles.
Oh, the Jeep song. It was a Jeep song.
It Jeep?
I called the Jeep, huh?
And the Jeep breaks down.
My good friend Bill Garvin was looking for some Jeep parts. He builds Jeeps. So he said, ride with me to Hartville this Sunday afternoon. And I discovered this whole world where they exchange his Jeep parts. So then I made the song about this guy looking for Jeep parts, and he goes out there and finds out that this old guy, they bury guys that come there under the Jeep.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's a silly song.
Under the Jeep?
Their bodies.
Does he put ducks on the dash? I am over that.
Anyways, they're just little things.
A lot of times I can tell where your inspiration comes from.
Yeah, where it comes from.
I search the same things.
I keep trying to get a song to the Ozark Mountain Daredevils, but I can't get in the door.
I was wondering about that.
You're in the door, are you, kind of? I mean, you're in the band.
I know some guys, but I was going to ask about that, too. Do you work on new material? Because the people just want the hits. Play what was on the albums. That's all we are here for. We want to hear it live.
I don't know. I like new stuff.
Well, we sort of rejected that idea. I mean, when Jackie Blue was number one song in Cashbox, and number 3 in Billboard, and all over the.
That was sort of a special vocal too.
Well, it was, and it was also kind of like different for us. So now, the next thing you know, the record company wants a Jackie Green or a Jackie Red or a Jackie.
Did Larry Lee write that song?
Larry Lee and Steve Cash wrote it.
Oh.
So it's a co-write with those two guys, and we just went. We're not about that. We were really. I think if you look at the entire body of work, I think you would say that our musical history is really about deep cuts more than anything else. Really? We were very lucky. I mean, we were lucky to have that record label, A&M.
You're very humble about
That's
that.
why we were lucky.
It wasn't all luck. I mean,
Great. Herb Alpert, Jerry Moss. Nobody else in the world would have ever signed us. They did because they were artistic. They were artistically
looking for something.
Yes, creative arts.
Wrong with the Ozark Mountain Daredevils.
I got one more question. Has how many?
Came so prepared today.
I did my research.
I know.
I did. How many movies has your music been in, and do you get paid for that? I just recently saw a movie.
Yeah. John's gonna say no. We didn't get paid at all.
Yeah, you get paid. Yeah, but I mean, nobody's buying Jaguars. I'll put it that way.
I just recently saw a movie. And your music was in it.
Yeah, I think the very first time it showed up was in a movie called Betrayed with Deborah Winger and Julia Roberts' brother, maybe. And then it was in
Ozark.
It's on TV right now.
Really?
Ozark, I think it was. I think
Ozark.
that was
Ozark. Jackie Blue was part of that.
Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah, and then the Turnpike Troubadours did Black Sky for Reservation Dogs, and then Chicken Train was just in a scene for the series that was streamed called Overdose or something like that. I can't remember. But yeah, and then there was a new
BMI
movie.
or ASCAP?
Huh?
ASCAP or
BMI.
BMI, yeah.
Well,
Are you
I'm
BMI?
an ASCAP man.
You are really?
That's right.
Don't touch me.
well,
I should have worn my ASCAP hat.
actually, one of the ways that one of their songs has been heard the most is through a video game. So, John, talk about that.
Oh yeah, we were part of the startup of the world's biggest launch and the best-selling video game of all time, Grand Theft Auto.
What?
And so, if you want to get to heaven, is in Grand Theft Auto.
What?
Now that was a pretty big deal. Like, we got a call from the publishing company and said, "Are you sitting down?" I went, "Yeah," and he told me about it. He said, "Do you want to be in it?" Some artists don't want to be in it because of the content, and I said, "Yes." And Steve and I are Steve Cash was a co-writer. I said, "I can speak for him. We want to be in it." So we're part of
That's
that.
cool.
That's
I have,
cool.
theological
You have it?
I don't have that one.
issues with if you want to get to heaven, but we'll save that for another
Podcast.
Save that for our religious podcast.
Oh,
There's a good story there, though.
Huh?
I
It's a
wanna
good
hear it.
story.
Oh my God!
If you want to get to
Let's do it. All
heaven,
right, do tell.
is this biblical? No.
Well, no.
let's not do
There are great ways to interpret that song. But we were asked once by a venue who was sort of religious if we could change the lyrics to, "If you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little heck."
Yeah.
Now, the guy met with me and said, "We want you to change it to this." And I said, "Well, we're not going to do that."
it doesn't
And he
sound
said, "Well,"
good.
he said, "We're not so sure that when you guys," I said, "Look, just go back and tell them that the word raise in the Bible means to tear down, R-A-Z-E. So if you want to get to heaven, you got to raise a little hell, which means to tear down hell." Well, of course, that's a lie. And he said, "Is that the truth?" And I went, "No, but just go tell your boss that." And he did, and we got hired.
There you go.
It reminds
Fight
me
the
of
man.
Paul McCartney's
Love it.
father giving Paul advice. He says, "Paul, I know you're trying to sound American and everything, but couldn't you say yes, yes, yes instead of yeah, yeah, yeah?" This was on TV.
Hey, John.
No, Dad.
Hey, John. You've got to get a story about your first weekend in Springfield, about coming to the big city and walking up to the square and.
Yeah, but that gets kind of biblical.
Well,
but,
yeah, I just thought it was weird. But the hell, man.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know where I was, and I walked out of. I think I went to the Galois to see a movie. I was alone in a town that I'd never been to before, and I walked out into the alley, and there was a guy in a trench coat. And when I got in front of him, he just dropped to his knees and said, "Have you been saved?"
I thought you were
And I said, I don't know what I said. I said, "Absolutely, pardon me," or something like that. I don't know, but I wasn't prepared for
that.
even coming from the deep South. I wasn't prepared for
Zealot.
the
Proselytizing.
yeah, which
Next
of
door
course
to
you know there's so many. This is more of the belt, the buckle of the proverbial belt that we're all talking about than it was where I grew up, which was sort of South Arkansas. So I was
part of
surprised. I
Arkansas?
was a little bit surprised. I'm sorry.
What part of Arkansas are you?
Stuttgart.
Right,
Did you
Stuttgart,
graduate-
Arkansas. It's the duck capital of the world.
Did you graduate from Druid?
I graduated.
Who
Yeah.
all dated Jody Troutman?
Yeah, my.
So getting away from God here for a minute.
Nobody.
So
Action dildos.
I actually associate myself with the band. Back in the day, they did some stadium shows at Arrowhead, and after their, it was great because we sold $60,000 worth of tickets. So we brought them
At
up.
Kaleidoscope? You
Yeah,
saw-
we took it. Pam and I took them up there, took the money up in a Dylan's bag, cash, because we wanted to settle up with the promoter so we could get all access passes, which we
Yeah.
did. And so it was, I think, maybe the Daredevils and the Beach Boys and the Doobie Brothers and probably Steve Forbert maybe. And
Firefall.
Yeah, Firefall. And so after the Daredevils played, Steve and I were walking down through the Chiefs' offices.
Yeah.
And at the very end, on Lamar Hunt's personal box, there was probably a rookie football player with a beer keg. And he said to us, Steve and I, he said, "You guys were great." And I said,
He thought you were part of the band?
Yeah, I said, "We just tried to put on a good show for the crowd."
You were an honorary member for a day.
So you got beer.
And then I tried to get frisky with Pam on Lamar Hunt's conference table.
Nice.
And she wasn't having it. So
I got one more question. I noticed there's a female in Ozark Mountain Daredevils. Is that? But what does she bring to the band?
Well, Molly Healy is one of the most talented people in this area. She's a songwriter, a fiddle player, cello player, piano, keyboards. And when she was with the group that you remember called Big Smith back in the day,
Sure.
Big Smith opened a number of times for the Daredevils.
was actually
I got to narrate a video about them.
Right. So Molly was sitting in when we would do Lowlands or Colorado Song on cello. And then she just slowly started doing some fiddle stuff. Eventually would sit in for maybe the second half of the show. And I guess about 10 years ago, 11 years, 2014, we just said the band is better when you're in it.
Yeah,
she just brings a presence talent-wise.
And she
And
could probably add some harmonies if you need it.
she does. Well, she's singing the lead on Jackie Blue, and we just put Spaceship Orion back in the set specifically because she can sing it.
Just the other night, Molly couldn't make it to a gig.
Yeah, he sang it the other night.
And I sang it the other night, but I sing harmony with Molly when she sings it. And I like being the utility guy. You know, Nick and I are the guys that fill places. You know?
Guys, how long have you guys been together?
Nick and I?
Since Shakey's? Or
50 plus years.
Was there something before Shakey's Pizza?
Shakey's and also pizza.
Huh?
We have fun and also pizza. Was that Shakey's?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been together for a long time.
He was on Glenstone.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yes, okay.
We played at the one on Battlefield originally.
No, we didn't.
John,
That was McSalty's, wasn't it?
I mean McSalty's. That's
we
right.
played originally at Shakey's, though.
That's right. We were on Shakey's.
Where was Ken's? Wasn't it two-story green?
That was across the street from Bass Pro.
That's where they met.
Buckingham's is now.
You're right. You're right.
Well, see, that's what's so interesting about this, because over the years we've had 35 or 36 people who have been on stage with us just based on different people leaving and coming and going. Now there are two co-founders left, and that's Soup and myself. And we just lost Steve Cash. He's out in the universe somewhere exploring that part of the world. So just to show you how powerful and deep the music scene is in this area. Everybody's come from this part of the world. Mm-hmm. And so just the fact that Nick and Rule go back as sort of a duo for over 50 years. And now we have younger folks in the band as well, and they all work, they contribute to the middle to keep those songs alive and relevant. And I think that's why we're still able to go out and do this after all these years, is the talent, the well of talent we're able to draw from here in this area.
I had joy just great. Out of following you guys, just imagining that I was asked at one time to be in the Ozark Mountain Daredevils. No, it wasn't to be. But no,
walk on stage and you'll be number 36.
You know what? I have walked on stage with the Daredevils before. Right. This was at the high school, Central High School. You were doing something there, and I walked on stage, started harmonizing. I thought it'd be fine. The Daredevils
told you to get off.
No, they were just giving me looks, but I was harmonizing real good.
I remember the gig. I mean, I remember playing there. Yeah.
That's like when Janet performed with Bob Dylan.
Decades ago.
John played with Granny's Bathwater at my graduation dance at Central.
Wow.
God.
I've got a picture.
It's just.
Do we still have
71.
I remember meeting Rule at University Plaza. This will take you back. You were playing piano, I think, in the atrium area.
Oh, that's right.
Tong was a manager there.
Right.
He used to own a Thai restaurant in town. He was the manager there. My best friend was a cocktail waitress there. She was too young to be one, but she lied about her age, I guess. And then I had a boyfriend that was a bouncer at Beethoven's. But I would come in. I wasn't supposed to be in there either.
We're going to have to wrap this up pretty quick.
This trip down memory lane here. Here's the thing, too, is we're all here, and we all have 50-plus years in what we're doing. You know, I mean, that's.
How old
I
do you
mean,
think I am?
well, but here, you know, in this town,
Still figuring
Bass
it
Pro is 50 years old. You guys are been in the business 50 years. We've been in business
Kaleidoscope.
50 years. The sub shop on Seminole is 50 years
I
old.
love
Yeah.
the sub
Yeah.
shop.
Well, there's something to be said about in control of your own destiny,
You
right,
bet.
Woody?
Yeah.
Of course there is.
What year did you sell their first
Who else are
album?
going to give control to?
Remember what year that
Well,
was?
we opened in
74.
71,
71. Okay.
but when the It'll Shine When It Shines came out,
Okay.
that really put us on the map
Yeah.
because we bought 1,200 copies of that. So people from all over the area,
We're
Bodark or
coming.
Bolivar, you know, could get it because the record store in the mall, Disc Records,
Yeah.
probably had 4 or 2. Wow. Then we'd take another, you know. So that really put us on the map.
Kaleidoscope sold more records for us in the beginning than any other store in the entire northern hemisphere.
Whoa. Nice.
There.
Have a little
We
bit.
go back a long ways. We've been partners
Yeah.
over the years. I mean, decade after decade after decade.
When was the latest album?
Well, the latest album of original material was 2020.
With original material written recently.
Correct. Well, there was actually there's two. The one from 2018 was called Off the Beaten Path.
Yeah.
That's the last album that Steve appeared on. He wrote 4 of the songs that are on there. John wrote 5, I think, and Soup wrote the other 5. But they're all original tunes. They're great tunes, 16 of them. But we're also still doing new things. That's what I was
Right.
trying to say earlier.
Now hear this.
Well, yeah, we have a lost album that we just put out that is at Kaleidoscope on CD. It will be on vinyl soon.
Where's
And it was recorded in 1989 at Lou Whitney's. And the guys at the time, the 5-piece,
Great songs on there.
were trying to find a record label. They did not get picked up, so they put it on cassette and sold it for a couple years at shows. Probably sold maybe a few hundred, but not very many. 2 years ago, we rediscovered the cassette, sealed, took it over to Jeff Smith at Studio 2100. He remastered it, and now we have a new lost album.
Love it.
I like Jeff's
Cool
work.
songs too.
And you can get it at Kaleidoscope.
Yes, you
Yes.
can. At the corner of Fremont.
What's that address, Jan?
That's 1430 East Sunshine.
You're not Jan.
Sunshine in Fremont.
And who do we want to thank?
Tom and Pam from
Thanks,
Kaleidoscope.
Tom, for bankrolling this operation.
Woody wishes Pam was here. I know. He's been
Nick,
wanting Pam.
you got any songs on the Daredevil album?
Co-wrote that one of those songs, Off the Beaten Path, with Steve.
Yeah, Back to Blue.
Back to Blue.
We wrote Back to Blue together.
Yeah.
I was stuck and didn't know what to do.
Was
And
it
about
upstairs
2
in his-
minutes later, he finished it out.
Man, the guy is amazing.
Genius.
Amazing. I used to go over to his house and we work on a song. See that little kid crawling around. I was worried he was going to fall down the stairs.
Now
Yeah.
he's like a grown.
And you let him just go to the edge of those stairs, and I guess you turn around and.
And he said
get
yes.
that.
He played with us a couple weeks ago.
And
Super safe.
so I'll just
He got-
say,
Did he ask
Give me
you
away.
just now? I
I would
missed.
just say, you guys have a great band. It's just a great band. Really, it is. It's just a great band. Was I not supposed to say
No, you're
that?
okay.
You told me I could.
It'll beep. It'll beep.
I thought it was a podcast.
Podcast. Anything goes, man. Wild, wild
Isn't this
west.
Joe Rogan? I
Yeah,
thought this
yes,
was Joe
yeah.
Rogan.
There you go.
There we go.
Woody P. Snow Rogan.
Woody P. Snow Rogan.
Well,
Where's the cameras? What do you mean?
I don't know. You sound like you were going to wrap it up a minute ago. So.
Oh,
You got to get your back.
thanks,
fixed.
everybody. Dwight,
Thank you, guys.
Jewel,
Yes.
Nick, John,
Terrific.
Thank you.
Jeanette, Janet, and Tom, and of course, rock star
Tom.
Jay Stevens.
Can we eat the cake now? Can we eat the cake? I never eat cake.
Cut the
I'll have
cake.
cake for you today.
Happy 100th.
Happy 100.
Happy 100.
Thank you very much.
You guys are great. Thank you so much.
This has been Around the Ozarks Rewind with Woody and Janet. If you have questions or topics for the show, email Woody and Janet at aroundtheozarks.com.